Michel Fourniret, Confessions of a Serial Killer and His Reign of Terror. Welcome to The Most Evil, where we delve into the minds of history's most notorious serial killers. Michel Paul Fourniret, one of France's most notorious serial killers, left a trail of terror across France and Belgium. His chilling crimes, spanning from 1987 to 2003, were heinous acts targeting vulnerable young women. Fourniret's calculated and remorseless nature made him one of the most feared killers in modern European history. His eventual arrest led to his shocking confessions of 12 murders, forever scarring the memory of his victims and those who sought justice. Michel Fourniret was born on April 4, 1942, in France, into a modest family. Growing up, Fourniret exhibited troubling behaviors that would later manifest in his adult life. He was a troubled youth with a history of petty crimes, but it was his dark and disturbing fantasies that would shape his future. Fourniret's early adult years were marked by various personal failures, including unsuccessful marriages. He worked as a truck driver and later a factory worker, leading an unremarkable life outwardly. His first marriage ended in divorce, and he would later marry again. Despite his outwardly ordinary existence, Fourniret harbored a sinister side. By the late 1980s, he began his reign of terror, targeting young women and girls across France and Belgium. His dual life remained hidden from those around him, allowing him to carry out his horrific crimes over more than a decade. Fourniret murdered 7 young victims whose bodies had been found. Some of his most infamous crimes include the murders of Isabelle Laville, Céline Saison, and Mananya Dumpong, whose disappearances haunted their communities for years before Fourniret's eventual confessions. The true extent of his crimes may never be fully known, as he was linked to numerous unsolved cases. Fourniret's methodology was both calculated and predatory. He often targeted women who appeared vulnerable or in need of help. Working with his wife, Monique Olivier, who sometimes played a key role in luring the victims, Fourniret would offer the women rides or jobs to gain their trust. Once isolated, he would rape and murder them, burying their bodies in remote forests or secluded areas. His ability to hide his crimes for years came from his careful disposal of evidence and his methodical planning, which included using his experience as a handyman to conceal bodies. His partnership with Olivier made his attacks even more sinister, as it allowed him to evade suspicion longer. The investigation into Michel Fourniret began in the early 2000s, when patterns emerged linking various unsolved disappearances and murders across France and Belgium. A breakthrough came in 2003, when Fourniret attempted to kidnap a young girl in Belgium. His victim escaped and led authorities to Fourniret. Further investigations uncovered ties between Fourniret and several cold cases, particularly when Monique Olivier began to cooperate with the police. She revealed details about the murders, leading investigators to bodies and critical evidence. Fourniret was finally arrested in 2003, and after intensive questioning, he confessed to 12 murders, implicating Olivier as his accomplice. Michel Fourniret's capture came after his failed abduction attempt in 2003. His arrest and subsequent interrogations unraveled a long list of horrific crimes that he had committed over nearly 2 decades. Key to his capture was Monique Olivier's decision to cooperate with law enforcement. Her testimony allowed authorities to uncover critical evidence, including the locations of some of Fourniret's victims' remains. Fourniret's cold and emotionless confessions confirmed the suspicions surrounding him, and he was charged with multiple counts of murder, finally bringing an end to his reign of terror. Psychologists have characterized Michel Fourniret as a classic example of a psychopathic and predatory killer. His lack of empathy, combined with his meticulous planning, suggested a deeply disturbed individual capable of compartmentalizing his life as a family man and his life as a killer. Fourniret's case exposed the flaws in tracking and capturing serial offenders across international borders, leading to changes in investigative practices. Michel Fourniret's story is a haunting reminder of the evil that can lurk beneath a seemingly ordinary life. His ability to evade capture for years speaks to the complexity of his crimes and the extent of his manipulative nature. In the end, Michel Fourniret's downfall was the result of both luck and persistence by law enforcement, ensuring that he would never harm anyone again.
If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on true crime and psychological analysis. Remember to stay vigilant, and until next time, stay safe.